Today's load comp, as you would look at it, is like every day that we load the airplanes, it's like a dress rehearsal to prepare our airmen and our aviators to go off into combat. So kind of what we do here every day, and this load comp represents the best of the best and the talent and skills required to prepare our airmen in the event that they ever have to go off into harm's way, that they're ready to go execute those operations.
Load crews, are you ready?
We're always evaluated, we're always inspected, so that keeps us at the top of our game. But as far as effective communication with my team, that's paramount to ensure we have a good load, because if somebody's off step or not doing something they're supposed to do or doing something they're not supposed to do, then it throws off the whole load, and it can go from, we did that in about 25, 27 minutes to 35, 45 minutes, and then we can start making mistakes if our communication isn't good, and that's not good for anybody.
The reason why we stress them as an environment and put them in this environment is so that when they're doing out of being well trained and they're doing out of instinct and can respond when the nation needs them to be really, really, really good at it. And that's why we have these competitions, is so that they're ready for the game time in the event that we ever have to go do it. And so it's critically important that we hold them to that high standard and we hold them to that high level of expertise and training so that when our nation needs them to go do it, they're fully equipped and prepared to go do it.
We are not a combat-coded base, but we are a massive entity to the United States Air Force. We provide the weapons school, pilot training, and we provide operational test and evaluation here. And so the men and women of the 57th Wing, they conduct that very well, and the amount of influence they have that goes out to the rest of the Air Force is you can't compare that.
It's a great analogy with the NASCAR pit crew. Everything has to be timed and sequenced to the exact precise time with no deviations from any of the processes and procedures, and as we call it, tactical procedures, to ensure that they meet their timing required to turn the aircraft, load the aircraft, to kind of give it to the pilot so he can go out there and win that race.
Go! The headline is just truly awesome. The load competition itself goes sort of anticlimactic after it starts, but for the individuals, the NCOs and airmen that are loading, they are 100% in game mode, competition mode, and we get to honor them. So we get to do an award ceremony here at 2 o'clock this afternoon and represent who is the best of the best of their quarter, which AMU, and have that camaraderie where we just sort of come together and we keep that team building.
We want to be able to showcase how good we are at our job and give confidence to our pilots, our commanders, our co-workers, our friends, our families, and then anybody else that's going to be eventually downrange with us, that's going to accept our bombs on their aircraft to go downrange. We want to give them the confidence to show we are good at what we do and we can do it quick, fast, and in an efficient manner, reliably.
For our career field, the weapons community, we were able to go and look at an A-10 that you might be very proficient on, and after a couple years I can move somebody to a F-35, and now it continues their knowledge base to where they can control, and so when they do PCS or get in a different assignment to a Hill Air Force Base, this F-35, it just increases the knowledge and the platforms across the Air Force, and just we promote people out of our job. We train the next people.
This is like their championship game. This is like the trials leading up to the championship when it comes into even the Olympics. And so as you'd wait, this would be like the gold and the silver and the bronze medalist. And there's a lot of pride and morale and camaraderie that is built through these competitions, where it showcases the best of the best who actually wins for their weapon system, for their aircraft maintenance unit, and for their squadron. And so it's a huge deal.
The training value of the extra adrenaline and nerves is when you do this for real in a deployed location, if tensions are high, there's people depending on the bombs that you need, you already have experienced a level of stress performing in front of a crowd, and there's a time and evaluators, and in order to have that stress in training, it makes it far easier to do when lives are on the line.
We have a great list of evaluators that are on the spot evaluating them, use their scores, compute their overall success to determine who is that person that has the best skill and the best loading operations for their particular unit. Every other base in the Air Force does this. But I would also have to say that the 57th Maintenance Group does it far better than anybody else. And when you look across this air patch, and it showcases every weapon system, every fighter for our Air Force, there's no other wing that can showcase that opportunity. And it's just an impressive opportunity to see that here at Nellis Air Force Base.
We're used to being evaluated constantly because that is not only ensures our quality, but it happens every day to us. We're always evaluated, we're always inspected, so that keeps us at the top of our game. But as far as effective communication with my team, that's paramount to ensure we have a good load, because if somebody's off step or not doing something they're supposed to do or doing something they're not supposed to do, then it throws off the whole load, and it can go from, we did that in about 25, 27 minutes to 35, 45 minutes. We want to be able to showcase how good we are at our job and give confidence to our pilots, our commanders, our coworkers, our friends, our families, and then anybody else that's going to be eventually downrange with us, that's going to accept our bombs on their aircraft to go downrange. We want to give them the confidence to show we are good at what we do and we can do it quick, fast, and in an efficient manner, reliably. I feel like we did pretty well. We communicated well, and everybody was always looking for work, so I feel like the load went really smoothly.
We had a great turnout to showcase what the men and women of the 57th Wing maintenance community and weapons community can showcase for the local community. So we had a great turnout, and I'm excited for what's next for this wing.
What's unique about Nellis and how it relates is that there are 9 different types of race cars that we have here. Other wings only have 1 race car. And so from a standpoint of that, all synchronized, all sequenced, everyone doing different things to provide the most highly capable, well-loaded aircraft to go off and perform its nation's business. And just like the NASCAR driver going around and trying to win, our pilot will definitely win based off of what our pit crews are doing in our weapons community. And it's absolutely impressive.
Former Las Vegas Gladiator Wilkie Bazille is scoring big, though in a different way these days.
It's funny how this came about, because for years I always cooked for the fellas. Rice and beans, jerk chicken, and a vegetable.
Bazille is now opening a food truck,
I'm pretty good at cooking this rice and beans and jerk chicken. I'm pretty good.
bringing Southern Nevadans some fire
It's a combination of Jamaican food and Haitian food combined together.
in the form of Caribbean flavors.
It's a lot of jerks out here. You know, I'm a different type of jerk.
Since moving to Las Vegas nearly 2 decades ago,
So I've been in Vegas for the past 18 years.
Bazille has hung up the cleats working as a bartender
You're stuck in gyms, slinging drinks for a living. I'm just trying to do something different, life after football. You're the bomb, dog.
that dream continuing now here in Henderson.
Prep is very important. The vegetables, the seasoning of the meat.
Though he's now off the field, that football mentality continues.
Be on top of your craft. Don't be lazy. Fresh spices, herbs, juices, good product.
With the arrival of a new business, taking a dream into the end zone.
I want to do festivals like Life is Beautiful, EDC, the racetrack. I want to do bigger things.
In Henderson, Kendall Kim, News 3.
Yeah, welcome back here to Allegiant Stadium, and the Raiders back on the field for the first time, it seems like forever. I know the last time they played a game, it was the Rams and Baker Mayfield going 98 yards to win. Anyway, I digress. It's the Raiders taking on the former team of Josh McDaniels, the Patriots, and you know what? The Raiders get back Darren Waller and Hunter Renfrow. Let's see if Derek Carr would have any help from those two guys. Well, the second quarter, the game was tied at 3 when Carr welcomes back the big fella. Rack wall, wide open, 25 yards, 10-3, the Raiders are up. More good fortune for the Raiders. Patriots 4th down when Malcolm Koonce goes Evel Knievel, shot out of a cannon. He gets the block. Beautiful play by him, and the Raiders will get the ball back on the 20-yard line of the Patriots. They cash in 2 plays later when Carr connects with return of the Mac Hollins. Great throw, even better catch. And the Raiders are up 17-3, and they have this game in hand, right? Well, the third quarter would actually happen. Carr with a touchdown pass, beautiful. Unfortunately, it's to Kyle Duggar, who plays for the Patriots. That's a 16-yard pick six. 17-10, the Raiders are still up, hanging on by a thread. All right, let's fast forward to the fourth quarter. Same score after a couple Nick Folk field goals. The Patriots would complete the comeback when local Ramondre Stevenson, the kid from Centennial High School, gives the Patriots a lead on a 34-yard burst. Mama Stevenson, she's pumped in the crowd. Even more so after the Patriots would add a 2-point conversion to make it 24-17. Uh-oh, we're having flashbacks here. After the D, though, would hold for the Raiders. They get the ball back with 2:11, and Carr would take the Raiders down the field 81 yards in 9 plays, including a key 4th down conversion to Mac Hollins, and then Carr finds Keon Cole for a beautiful 30-yard strike. This play is reviewed, 900 times? It still ruled the touchdown. They can't overturn that thing, or this building would explode. The Silver and Black tied the game up at 24. Carr, 231 yards, 3 touchdowns in the pick, but the Pats get the ball back with 32 seconds, needing a field goal to win it, and that would not happen. So New England opts for the trick lateral play to score, but, folks, there's always a but. Former Patriot Chandler Jones has other thoughts. He intercepts the lateral, runs over Mac Jones, get out of my way, and takes it to the house. 48 yards to win the game with no time left. Absolutely incredible, amazing, ridiculous, never seen anything like it. The Raiders win. The Raiders just win, baby. 30-24. Oh my gosh.